Geometry OST Spring 2024 release test items number 6. It says this item has 2 parts, so make sure you do A and B. The figure shows the dimensions in inches of a wax candle. The candle is melted and remolded in the shape of a right cylinder of height 4 inches so that the volume remains the same. Part A, complete the sentences to relate the dimensions of the 2 shapes. As the volumes of the 2 shapes are the same and the height of the cylinder is equal to one of the side lengths of the prism, the blank of the cylindrical candle must be equal to the blank of the face of the prism with side lengths that are not equal to the height of the cylinder. Okay, so let's talk about some things, right? So what we're doing here, right, is we're taking this figure, we're melting it down, and then building it back up. And when we build it back up, right, we want the height to be the 4 inches, and then we want the volume to remain the same. So what's going to happen is, if the height is going to be 4 inches, then that is this length here. So when I build this shape back to a cylinder, I'm going to make the cylinder be sideways. So here, here, and I'll connect it. That's a cylinder. This will still be 4 inches. Okay. Now, if we take a look at the volume of a prism, it's on the reference sheet, which I'll draw from right here. Okay, so if you take a look here, right? So it's actually on the back side. So general prism, volume equals B times H. Okay, that B stands for area of the base. So I'm going to write that down. So volume equals capital B times H. Now notice here that we are keeping the heights the same. We're keeping the heights the same, and they want the volume to remain the same. What this means is the area of the bases must be the same. Okay? So if we take a look at this drop down, let's see what it says. I got to move this. Sorry, give me 1 second. Can't move this up here. So it says, right, the area of the base of the cylindrical candle, the area of this circle, right, must be equal to the area of the face of the prism with side lengths that are not equal. So again, it's the idea that the base areas must be equal. Okay? All right. So then now part B says, okay, the face of the prism with the side lengths not equal to the height is blank by blank inches. So again, it's going to be the 3 by 6 inches. So 3 inches by 6 inches. And again, that would be, let me grab my pen here. So we can move this 6 to the front. So that would be this face right here. Okay? The radius rounded to the nearest hundredth of an inch of the base of the cylindrical candle is blank inches. So now, right, we just said that the area of the cylindrical base must be equal to the area of that face. Well, the area of that face would be 6 times 3, or 3 times 6, which is 18. Which means that the area of our circular base, which has a formula of pi r squared, must also be equal to 18. We are now challenged with solving this formula, pi r squared equals 18, for r. So the first thing we'll do is we'll divide by pi. So we get r squared equals, and I'm not going to do that yet because that's messy. So 18 divided by pi. And then to get r by itself, we must take the square root. And this is what I will type into my Desmos. The square root of 18 over pi, and I want it rounded to the nearest hundredth. Okay? So let me grab this. So we're going to do the square root. So there's my calculator. Let me drag it over here if I can. Oh. There we go. Okay? So sorry about my pen. I'm going to make the pen go away. All right? So we're going to do the square root of 18 divided by pi. Okay, and we get 2.393. So again, if we round to the nearest hundredth, so 2.393, the 9 stays the same because the 3 doesn't change. So our answer is 2.39, and that would be the length of our radius, 2.39.